last night as we made the trip up. Mother Nature did not more cooperate on this nice, no sun, cloudy, and light wind Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, obviously the Hawks with a couple big wins against Vinton in the season. This is a whole different game here. It's postseason baseball. We've got a different pitcher on the mound today. Hawks going to throw Nick Casey here today. Obviously gives them the best opportunity to win. At the same time, like I said, the Hawks are going to have to play top of their game here, postseason baseball.
Yes, indeed. We'll take a quick break and come back. Get ready for this one right here from KMCH Sports. They postponed from last night because of taking on the Vikings of Vinton-Shellsburg. And welcome back in to Decorah. The first game earlier today was won by the Decorah Vikings after a shaky start by them. They got down 5-0 in that game as Independence got off to a great start and a 2-run homer. They won. They were ahead in the third inning, 5-0 in that one. And Decorah came storming back and they outscored them 15-5. 15-5 in 5 innings. Decorah will be the winning team to move on to Monday night. The winner of this one will face them Monday night right back here at the Viking Stadium as Olenczak Field here, just outside of Viking Stadium, a football field. As Denny Olenczak, the longtime head coach in 55 years here at the Decorah Baseball. We are underway. Nick Casey on the mound. There's a ball up and out, underway at 3:29 here on this Saturday afternoon. Glad to have you along for West Delaware Baseball, starting their postseason here, a day after originally scheduled to, as Nick Casey, a strike on the outside corner at the knees. Casey, this is his 7th start. A 4-1 record, 36 2/3 innings pitched, 13 hits, 12 runs, 8 earned runs, a 1.53 ERA. He's walked 31, hit 2, struck out 49. Opponents are hitting 109 against them. They swing and a miss on a pitch downstairs there, as the count is now 1-2 to the leadoff man, Charlie Dudley. As Dudley for Vinton-Shellsburg is a sophomore, 22 hits, 22 runs, a 234 hitter. And there is a swing and a miss for the strikeout. The first K of the game from Nick Casey. Blake Bonesack will stand in now, the number 2 hitter and the pitcher of record for the Vikings. Defensively for the Hawks, Engel, O'Reilly, and Woolard left to right. Reidenauer, Harris, Werner, and Zeezer across the infield. Colton Reed, the senior, gets the start behind the dish. And Nick Casey's on the bump for the Hawks here in this District 6 first-round contest. The ball inside off the plate to Bonesack, who is a senior, leading hitter on the team, 38 hits, 27 runs scored. He's driven in 13, a 342 average, best on the team as well. There's a ball outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count here to Blake Bonesack.
Nick Casey starting off here. He's thrown 6 pitches and he's thrown 6 fastballs. I think leadoff hitter there, Dudley, was behind on every pitch. And another fastball there from Nick. Yeah, he's just going to try to overpower the hitters here the first time through the lineup and see what they've got.
2-1 the count now with 1 down. Top of the first inning. The Hawks, the home team, the higher seed in this bracket. There's a slow grounder. Left side right now are up and over to his first baseman, Zeezer, for the 5-3 ground out. Round number 2. And it brings up Scott Betterton now. Betterton, the junior, 29 hits, 9 runs scored, 9 doubles, 19 runs batted in. He's walked 11, struck out 18 times, as he's a 276 hitter. Scott Betterton, one of the juniors on this team, 3 seniors, 10 juniors, 2 sophomores, 15-man roster for first-year head coach Henry Bratton, fouled up and out of play left side. The 28-year-old Bratton, a 2008 graduate of Vinton-Shellsburg High School, a catcher, all-district, all-conference performer, played for his now assistant coach, the AD at Vinton-Shellsburg, Jim Struve. manning that first base box. Struve, a Hall of Famer, 610 wins in his career of almost 30 years coaching baseball. Vinton-Shellsburg, one state title under the belt in 1998 for Vinton-Shellsburg. 5 total appearances, 1 in Vinton, 4 with Vinton-Shellsburg, including that title in 1998. The 0-2 here, he went too far. That's strike 3. You betcha. And 2 strikeouts for Casey here on the top of the first. Sends us to the bottom half. Hawks coming up for the first time today. We're back after this from KMCH Sports. Got him back with you from Decorah as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning. Caught up with head coach Nate Lars. He talks about the matchup, little weather adversity from Mother Nature heading into a day game today from last night's postponement.
Yeah, we've had it all year where we've had rain, weather, different things going on. So we try to focus on what we can control, which is our play on the field. So if we take care of that and are focused and come out with that edge that we've had the last couple of times, we should be good to go.
Been doing a great job on the field of late. They're winning 7 of your last 9 ball games with that one Butte Senior. As get ready for this one here today as you start your second season, the postseason. Is ingredients for the success that you guys have been playing so well, getting those W's.
It's kind of a hard thing to put your finger on because there hasn't been dominating pitching performances. We've played up and down a little bit defensive. We've had guys that have done a really good job, and we've had guys that have been able to locate the strike zone, things like that. So really, it's just been really good team play. I mean, when we have had those guys that attack the zone and take hits away behind them, that's been really key for us. And the bats are starting to get going here in those last couple of weeks. I think seeing, we had a really busy week there that week of the 4th, but I think seeing all those live arms and get A-League against pretty quality pitchers has really helped us offensively kind of turn the corner from where we were at in the middle of the season.
Nate Lahr, head coach of the Hawks in his 5th season, 133 wins, 51 losses, and 1 tie. That tie coming last week to the Butte Senior 9-9 game because of darkness in Dubuque. 1-0 the count here to the leadoff man, the senior second baseman Dunstan Werner, as he climbs back in the box and takes a strike at knees on the outer half. 1-1 the count to Dunstan as Werner, 23 runs scored, 30 hits. He's driven in 20, a .291 hitter. He takes a strike, die high there for strike 2. 1-2 the count as the pitcher, Blake Bonesack, a 2-4 record, his 9th start, 45 innings pitched. As there's a ball off the plate for ball 2, we're even 2-2. Bonesack has given up 41 hits, 30 runs, 15 earned runs, a .233 ERA, 20 walks, 3 hit batters, 58 strikeouts, and strike 3 there. As that one, outer half, held high, gave it to him, the home plate umpire.
That might have been a little bit shoulder high, I think.
As Werner was frozen, takes the backwards K for out number 1.
For Dunstan there, that's a ball that he's been told to take, and that's probably a ball that he should be taking most of the time there, even with 2 strikes. Bonesack working pretty quick here, as did Casey there in the 1st inning.
The 0-1 outside. 1-1 the count here to Ben Ridenauer now. As Ridenauer, the junior, 31 hits, 30 runs, 11 runs driven in, .298 hitter. Bonesack, a .233 ERA. He's walked 20, hit 3, 58 strikeouts, a .202 batting average opponents against him. Strike 2 there. 1-2 the count to Ben Ridenauer, the .298 hitter here. 1 home run, 11 runs driven in. He's walked 19 times, takes the ball there. We're even at 2-2. The Hawks are 24-10 overall. Their team here today. Also the 36 for Vinton-Shellsburg with a 13-22 mark.
Both pitchers here starting off just throwing a lot of fastballs. There's an off-speed pitch that Ridenauer gets around on ground ball to second baseman.
Ground ball right side, deadly over to Overton for the 4-3 ground out for out number 2. Brings up Jared Harris now, 2 down. And Harris standing in. Harris's cousin, Lucas Kafer, a Delaware graduate, and former freshman basketball coach tuning in. Hello to Lucas. Hopefully the weather's nicer in Bismarck. Now there's a ground ball left side. Pennington not able to corral it, and Harris will get on with the first error of the game.
That's a good job by Harris. They're just making some contact outside of, I think, 2 pitches there, 2 off-speed curveballs there by Bonesack. He's thrown a bunch of fastballs. He's thrown first pitch fastballs the first 2 hitters, and good job by Harris. They're sitting on that fastball and getting around on it.
So 2 down, bottom of the first inning. These outs were erased from the scoreboard, but there are 2 away. Hawks would like no out situation here, but there's a ball downstairs for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Nick Casey, the junior. 27 runs scored, 36 hits, 10 doubles, 1 home run. Has 30 RBIs. He's a 360 hitter. Throw over, getting back in headfirst safely is Jared Harris. It did rain off and on during that first game, mid-innings, and then quit later on in that game. A game that lasted about an hour and 45 minutes or so, as we are 9 minutes underway in this one here, scheduled for a 3 o'clock start time. About a half hour after that, as 2-0 the count here to Nick Casey, the 4th batter in this inning. There's a ball that stays up and misses for ball 3. 3-0 the count here to Casey with 1 on and 2 down in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, temperature has definitely cooled off here a little bit since we pulled up earlier. Swish down to 80 degrees now, and real comfortable setting here for the Hawks.
There's a neck-high fastball for the 2-out walk. As runners are on first and second, Hunter Zeeser will step in now. The weather conditions 77 degrees now, a feel like of 86, and humidity sitting at light winds out of the southeast and about 2 miles per hour. As the catcher Hafner going out to have a word with his pitcher Bonesack, as Hunter Zeeser coming in, 24 hits on the year for Hunter. He has 1 home run, 19 runs driven in, a 258 hitter for the senior first baseman, Hunter Zeeser.
That's an opportunity where both runners here going. Going to be throw down to third, and both runners will be safe. So we got runners here now at second and third.
This was a strike, 0-1 the count. As a double steal, Harris to third, Casey to second. For Jared Harris, that's his 21st stolen base of the year, 21 of 21 now. Nick Casey, 21 of 23 in that same department. 0-1 the count, 2 down here in this bottom of inning number 1. Hunter Zeeser stand back in, heading to the University of Iowa, biomedical engineering major. As a ball there, 1-1 the count. Here to Zeeser. There was some area baseball played last night. Congratulations to the Western League Bobcats. Coach Bryan and company advance on to Monday night. They'll host Linmar at Farley Park, as they took down Bettendorf last night 2-0 in a game they had to wait 2 hours and 18 minutes. A weather delay there and a lot of rain in Farley, but they were able to wait it out. Everybody stayed around, and they got that game in. Everybody stayed in, I believe. I'm not sure. We'll have to check on that. 3-1 the count, 2 down. Runners on second and third here to Hunter Zeeser. The Hawks are trying to score with 2 outs here in this bottom of inning number 1. Uh-oh. Do we have time, or is it a ball?
That should be a ball.
There was no time. No one time called. Should have been a ball.
Yeah, Coach Lahr here is upset about this. No time was called here, even though he steps out of the batter's box. No time had been called.
Unless he called it.
The home plate umpire called just because Zeeser wasn't ready, but the batter doesn't call time here.
Now the home plate umpire and Coach Lahr is not giving up on this, saying we've got to have something here. Did you call time or not? If he called the time, then okay. But like you said, Hunter stepping out asking for time. But if time wasn't given, if the pitcher just saw the batter, then it's a balk. Coach Lahr is exactly right.
I think Coach Lahr read that as a balk, and I think the officials missed that one.
There is a strike on the outside corner above the knees for strike 2. 3-2 the count here. Counts full with runners on second and third. 2 down. Bottom of the first inning. First 2 batters were retired. Then we had an error and a walk. And there is a ball.
Harris is going to try to score here.
He's going to score, sliding in safely. And the Hawks get on the scoreboard first here. 1-0. Runners on first and third with 2 down. The ball got by the catcher, so it was a pass ball on ball 4 to score the run. Casey goes to third. We'll take it.
Yeah, really good job there by Harris reading that pitch. It just kind of squirted away and rolled real slowly away from the catcher, and he didn't pop up as quick as he needed to get to there. And great jump by Harris to third base to get the run score there. And I was kind of curious if Zener was going to make the round and maybe try to go to second there.
Back-to-back walks here in this inning, given up by Bonesack, the Vinton-Shellsburg senior pitcher, as the sixth batter here. Cole Engel will stand in.
And 19 pitches already thrown here by Bonesack. That's what the Hawks want to see. And comes in number 20, ball a little bit low. And this is what we want here. We got runners first and third. Senior Cole Engel up here to bat. And it's a great opportunity for Cole to drive in at least one. And if we start the run up here, maybe we can get two in here.
Bonesack, 20 walks in 45 innings. 2 in a row here after an error with 2 outs. There's a ball upstairs for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Here to Cole Engel, the sixth batter in this inning. It was a 281 hitter on the team, third best average on the squad. Now we have time called here as Coach Bratton goes out as a word. The defense charge. Henry Bratton went to Ellsworth and Mount Mercy, graduated from Mount Mercy in 2012. Coach Jim Struve stepping down last season after a tremendous season 35-6-1. They lost last year in the sub-state game at Vinton, a close ball game. Oskaloosa losing in the 7th inning of that game by the score of 2-1. Nate Lar, his 5th season, assisted by Kevin Werner, the 07 grad state champ, 2011 Wartburg College graduate and catcher in high school and at Wartburg College. And now, what's going on here? Oh, we got jewelry on. Cole Engel has a necklace around his neck he's going to have to get rid of.
I bet he stole that from his dad's closet, probably.
Probably got it from Doug. A good luck charm from his dad. Forgot to take off before getting into the batter's box. As now we're ready to go. Runners on first and third, 2 down here.
I'm assuming, Coach Brent came in there, talked to Bonesack, just say, hey, calm down a little bit. He's been overthrown, it looks like a little bit. Most of his pitches that he's missed so far have been high. Like I said, I think he's just trying to overthrow a little bit. Calm down. Throw strikes, let your defense play here.
There's a ball fouled up and out of play. On the backside, I got somebody's, what they get, the bus or a
I think they get that truck there.
Smack the window of the truck sitting in the parking lot behind the first base dugout. 1-1 the count. Runners on first and third, 2 down. The Hawks have scored 1. The runner is halfway in between trying to get into first and third pickoff here. Zezer's just going to go into second as the shortstop cut the throw off and chase the runner Casey back to third. Zezer will get to go to second on the fielder's indifference. No stolen base there. Runners on second and third, 2 down. 1 in here for the Hawks. 1-0. Jared Harris.
Oh, they're 2-2 count now.
Scored the first run. There's a 2-2 pitch on the way, and it's shot. That's a foul ball in the batter's box. Comes up and gets a piece of Cole Engel. Right to the right side of the face and got a piece of those glasses as he'll shake that off. And Coach Solar will come to check on his batter, the senior Cole Engel.
It almost looked like it bounced off the ground and back into his bat, right into his face there, kind of clipped his glasses. Looks like Cole's going to be okay. He's ready to go here. Good job by him kind of fighting that off, and says his glasses protected him. So he's
2-2 the count still here after the foul ball. Off of Engel in the batter's box. 2 down. Runners on second and third. Hawks trying to get more. They've gotten 1 so far. Here at the bottom of the first.
There's a job by Cole.
Ball right side. Second. Dudley bobbles it. 1 run is in. Hawks lead 2-0. Runners on first and third. Dudley with the second error of the game. So the Hawks have scored 2 runs. No hits in this game. 2 errors and 2 walks. They lead 2-0. Bottom of the first. As the number 7 batter this inning, Kyle Cole, the designated hitter, stands in.
Really good job there by Cole Engel just to put the bat in the ball. Hit the ball up the middle, made the second baseman kind of go to his right there a little bit, try to stop it with the backhand, just couldn't get to it. So great job by the senior putting the ball in play.
Runners on first and third here. Zezer on third, Engel on first after the error. There's a throw over that gets off the leg of Engel. Zezer's going to score, standing up easily. Engel will go to second on the third error of the game. This one, the throwing error by the pitcher. And just like that, the Hawks lead 3-0. And the dugout to our right is fired up.
Yeah, this is definitely a great start here for the Hawks, and all this has been done with 2 outs after the first 2 batters that were retired. Now, a little timeout here by the third baseman and shortstop, going to come in and talk to Bonesack again, and I think give him a little bit of a scouting report here on Cole, and
2-2 the count here to the count will be zeros, I should say, as they have not cleared the scoreboard. Still don't have 2 outs on there. As there are 2 outs, bottom of the first, runner on second. There's a helmet high fastball. Stays upstairs for ball 1. 1-0. The count here to Kyle Cole, the designated hitter, the 8th grader. One of 2 8th graders on the roster. Luke Curley has been dressing on the varsity roster the last couple of weeks. As the 1-0 and the runner going, Engel stepping off and now throwing back. And the out at second base on the 1-6 on the put out there. Engel retired. And that's the way our first inning comes to a close. The Hawks scored 3 runs on 3 errors and 2 walks. Go to second. 3-0 Hawks. Back after this from KMCH Sports. And of course, staying positive, also believing in your teammates, as you talked about, that team effort, and something you'll try to carry into today.
For sure. You know, we've had a lot of games where we've let the other team jump out in front of us and has not kind of deterred our effort or our focus, and have just chipped away, and come back and won some of those games. So hopefully we can kind of take that pitch-by-pitch focus that we've talked a lot about and not get too high, too low throughout the game, and compete every single time we get a chance.
Vinton-Shellsburg, a team that you swept on June 8th, so quite a long time. And I know it seems like now a lot of things have changed in both of your teams. Both top pitchers will be out there for both teams, you would think, and we'll see what happens here today. What do you look for in Coach Bratton and company?
Yeah, you know, you can't take a lot from a June 8th doubleheader. A lot of things have gone on since then, but I know they're going to be aggressive on the base paths. They play a lot of small ball. I would expect their pitcher to be in the zone, attacking our hitters. So as long as we can compete at the plate and put some things together offensively, I think we'll be okay. But we just got to do our part and focus on our stuff.
Doing their part in that bottom of the first inning, the Hawks scored 3 runs. Swing and a miss on a strikeout by Axel Hepner leads off the second inning. Cole Overton will stand in now. So the Hawks getting 3 runs on 3 Viking errors. Nobody left on and no hits in that inning. So taking advantage of what the defense gave them in that first is a strikeout and a ground out. Then we had an error, a walk, and an error. As the Hawks able to score. Had a pass ball in there as well. Hawks able to score 3 runs in the bottom of the first. They lead 3-zip here in this top of inning number 2. Now as the sun comes out for the first time here in Decorah since we've been here this afternoon. As a foul ball left side off the bat of Cole Overton, the senior, 26 hits. He's scored 15 times. Driven in 13, a 263 average for Overton. 0-1 the count here, the number 5 batter.
Yeah, so far Nick Casey's been working quick. He's throwing lots of strikes. In fact, there's another swinging strike. So far he's overpowering the Vinton-Shellsburg hitters. I think on the day he's only thrown 1 ball so far in 15 pitches. So real good effectiveness so far by Nick on the mound.
And this one's upstairs.
Jinxon, there's a ball.
Ball 1, 1-2 the count. Here with 1 down. The out category must not be working on a scoreboard.
Well, the count hasn't been right most of the time either. So.
There's a ground ball left side. Coach Bratton chasing that one down, couldn't get to in time. It bounds off the facing of the third base dugout. And in foul territory, 1-2 the count. Decorah won the first one earlier today, 15-5 in 5 innings, ending Independence this season. Decorah will be the team that the winner of this one faces Monday night right back here in Decorah at 5 o'clock. There's a ball upstairs. And the count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down here at the top of the second inning. Nick Casey, 4-1 record on the year. 153 ERA and strike 3. Right in their zone. Throws it, pull the trigger, and he goes down for the looking K. That's 4 strikeouts now. The first looking variety off the right hand of Nick Casey. That brings up Keegan Thompson now.
Yeah, really good job again by Nick. Just he's in the zone at the moment, throwing the ball hard. So this is just the outing so far. This start of the game. This is obviously what Coach Lar wanted to see in this as well.
2 down, and Thompson takes a ball downstairs. 1-0. The count to Thompson, the center fielder. A junior, 9 hits, 9 runs scored, 3 runs driven in, and 150 hitter. Takes this one above the helmet for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Here to Keegan Thompson. 5 retired in a row by Nick Casey. He faces a 6th batter in this lineup, Keegan Thompson. Ball that misses his own downstairs. Thought we might get it at the knees, but home plate umpire doesn't agree for ball 3. 3-0.
This is obviously the first time Nick has had any adversity to this game. With 3-0 count here, he's going to come back through a pitch strike right down the gut there.
4 strike 1, 3-1 the count now here to Thompson. There's a 3-1 delivery from Nick on the way. Pitch on the outside, but he rung him up. He forgot how many strikes there were on that outside corner, and you hate when that happens.
I think he might have been looking at the scoreboard.
Yeah, really hate when that happens. It's a sucky feeling as an umpire.
He might have
he
might have thought that third ball he called was a strike as well.
There's a ball into right field, bouncing in front of the right fielder Woolert. There's our first hit of the game. Comes out with a Thompson with a 2-out single to right field, bringing up Peyton Haefner now. Haefner, the catcher for the Vikings. Vinton-Shellsburg, 13-22 team. After 3 winning seasons in a row, they won 25 games in 15 and 16. Last year, talked about 35-6-1. 2014, they were 12-30. So it's been a nice turnaround there. Coach Struve handing over the program to a former player, Henry Bratton. There's a swing and a miss to Haefner for strike 1. 0-1 the count. As Haefner, a sophomore, 25 hits, 15 runs driven in, a 253 average. 0-1 the count, 2 down, runner on first. Hawks lead this game 3-0. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. There's a strike at the knees for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Now to Haefner.
Good job by Casey here on after walking. Obviously, the first person who's put on base all game here, and then coming back with 2 really good pitches in a row for strikes.
So 3 errors in that half inning by Vinton-Shellsburg. Here's a little chopper out in front of the plate. Casey gets to it, fires to Zizer first for the 1-3 ground out, and they get out of it. Strand of Vinton-Shellsburg runner on first base. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Hawks lead this game 3-0. We're back after this from KMCH Sports. Back in to Decorah, John Swisher, West Delaware. Activities Director, Matt Weiss. First round, Class 3A. District 6 contest here as the Hawks leading this game by the score of 3-0. We're in the bottom of the second inning now. 7-9 for the Hawks. Kyle Cole standing in and takes a strike. He was in there when Cole Engel got caught stealing. And the pickoff last half inning that the Hawks scored 3 runs in, a strike and now a ball. 1-1 the count. As 3 runs, 3 errors in that bottom of the first for the Hawks. 2 walks allowed by a bone sack as well. As a strike there, 1-2 the count. That's 2A and 1A district finals taking place around the area tonight. And there's a swing. You got a foul tip on that, I thought. I heard the ball.
Sounded like something.
But now it's going to be safe. I'm not sure what the call was here. He did not stay on the orange bag. Now Coach Bratton is coming out of the dugout to have a word with the.
I think he's going
to.
Yeah, he's going to recorrect the call.
Yeah, he is
on the K there.
He said he messed up. He's talking to the home plate umpire, but I thought there was a foul tip initially at the plate.
Yeah, that they missed. Yeah, there was definitely some kind of
sound like a tip at the plate.
Yeah, definitely some kind of sound there that happened. Couldn't see it at all. But
ball hit off the catcher and down, bounded in the dirt. The drop third was on as they did not call the foul tip. And then the ball was thrown down to the first baseman who appeared to be on the orange bag, which you can be on the orange bag. That is the allowable time. And now the officials are having a long conversation about that as he was coming in saying, I messed up, and telling his home plate umpire, and they're going to call out is the call.
That's the right call there.
As the strikeout or 1 down here on the 2-3 put out brings up Colton Reed now, the number 8 batter. Senior catcher Reed, 16 runs, 15 hits, 5 runs driven in, 211 hitter is Colton Reed.
You know, one nice thing about the Hawks, about the lineup here, they've got senior here at the bottom of the lineup, which gives the Hawks a good. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here now.
It's been called out.
Something to do with the bat. Something to do with the bat, yeah.
There's something rattling in the bat.
Loaded bat, somebody says in the audience.
As Coach Lahr and the home plate umpire having a word. As Colton Reed called out.
I'm not sure if that
illegal bat is the call from the home plate umpire. That was an interesting exchange there.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what first time for everything, I guess, here, Swish.
I have never seen that in my time covering high school baseball.
No, me neither.
A legal bat is what I'm writing in my scorebook. I will have to check on that to see what the proper term is to put in there, but Colton Reed called out for the second out this inning. Here in the bottom of the second, this one skied right side up and out of play off the bat of Trevor O'Reilly, the 9 batter. Another senior, as Matt talked about, a couple seniors at the bottom of the lineup as the center fielder O'Reilly, 26 hits. He's knocked in 15. He's a 291 hitter. So this game is all sorts of strange so far. We've had some interesting things happen already. The Hawks are up 3-0 in this game. They don't have a hit in the contest yet. We're in the bottom of the second with 2 down. 2-2. Delivery to O'Reilly is a strike at the knees. It's not 2-2. Scoreboard getting us again.
Should be 1-2 now, I believe.
Fine. 1-2, the count here. As a ball in the dirt, and we should be 2 balls and 2 strikes now. They have 3 and 3 on the board. With 2 down, you just can't make this stuff up, can you? 2-2. The count. Here to O'Reilly, and it's upstairs. It was 3-2. The balls were right, but the strikes were off. As ball 4 it is. Trevor O'Reilly makes his way down to first with the 3rd walk of the game. Given up by Bonesack here. The first of this inning, had 2 in that 3-run first inning. As Dunstan Warner stands in, he struck out looking his first time up.
Right there.
There's the ball up and in for ball one. 1-0 the count.
That's going to be interesting here as the Hawks come through the second time in the lineup here after seeing Bonesack. You know, he's thrown a majority of fastballs here. He's just having a really hard time placing the ball on zone today. A lot of stuff real high for the for his pitches. He's been getting balls on, and not a ton of stuff in the dirt so far outside of that pass ball that the Hawks scored on. Comes pitch. Runner's going to go.
And sliding in safely. Trevor O'Reilly gets ahead of the tag there. A stolen base for O'Reilly. That is his 18th. 18 of 18 on the year in the stolen base department for Trevor O'Reilly. He's on second base with 2 down. Here in the bottom of the second inning, Hawks lead this game 3-0.
Ball on the pitch there makes it 2-0 now.
And Bonesack ready to 2-0 on the way. That stays up. Misses for ball 3. 3-0. The count here to Dunstan Werner.
A little off-speed pitch there on 2-0, which is kind of interesting from Bonesack, and that pitch stayed up on him as well. You'd assume Dunstan here going to have the red light from Coach Waller taking that base runner.
Throw back as getting back in, standing up is O'Reilly at second. 3-0 the count with 2 away in the last of the second inning. Bonesack to look in. Now to look at the runner on second, flinching is O'Reilly. The 3-0. Upstairs, ball 4. Another walk. Second this inning, 4th of the ball game. Given up here by Bonesack, and it brings up Ben Ridenauer now, who grounded out his last time in the first inning.
Kind of has the makings of the first inning on it as well. We had 2 outs in a row, and then the Hawks had a couple base runners and made some stuff happen. Let's see if Hawks can get a couple more runs here this inning in the same fashion.
Have to do it with 2 outs again. Ridenauer standing in. Benny is a .298 hitter. Runner O'Reilly goes back, turn and look by Bonesack. 2 away here in the last of the second inning. This game is 36 minutes old here from Decorah. Hawks lead 3-0. There's a strike at the knees on the outer half. Strike 1 on the count here to Ridenauer.
Or to the 40th pitch there thrown by Bonesack here. We're only 1 2/3 of the way through the game so far.
And another turn and look. O'Reilly goes back in, standing up.
On the count here still. Ridenauer's going to be thrown back to second. Bounced in. Runner's going to be back in there safe for O'Reilly. That's about the 4th time he's looked back or thrown back to him.
Very concerned about Trevor O'Reilly. 18 of 18. 4th of the team in stolen base department is O'Reilly. Now the pitch, runner goes.
He's going to be in the
ball inside. O'Reilly getting in ahead of the throw, which is the third base coaching side of the third base bag, is corralled by the third baseman there. Hepner as following suit. Werner getting to second on the double steal. As O'Reilly has himself 19 of 19 now in stolen base department. Dunstan Werner 18 of 18. 2-1 the count with 2 down here in this bottom of the second inning.
That's really huge when you think about it. 19 stolen bases on the year for O'Reilly, who's batted out of that 9th position pretty much the entire year. That's gives great opportunities here at the top of our lineup to get some RBIs.
There's ball 3, 3-1 the count. As Ridenauer standing back in. 3-1. There's a strike on the outer half. For strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Hawks lead this game 3-0 in the last of the second inning. As there is strike 3. At the knees, outer half, got Ridenauer frozen, couldn't pull the trigger on the 3-2 pitch, and he goes down looking. And we're a 3-0 game here still. West Delaware leading to the third we go. Back after this from KMCH Sports. We're back into Decorah at Owen Zach Field at the top of the third, 3-0 in favor of the West Delaware Hawks here. 8-9-1. 0-2 the count to Sam Kinsel, the DH. And there's strike three. Nick Casey working well. 5 strikeouts already in this game as Kinsel frozen on the pitch right down the pipe. And it brings up Brock Radicke now. Radicke, the number 9 hitter, and the left fielder standing in. As Radicke, 9 runs, 70, check that, 10 hits for the junior and 70 at bats. 6 runs batted in. He's walked 12 times, a 143 hitter. The left-handed batter takes a strike, now 1-1 the count. And there's a swing and a miss on the pitch downstairs. 0-2. Casey has retired 5 in a row and gave up a hit. Retired his last 2. Talked about struck out 5, 2 ground balls. Swing and miss there. Another strikeout number 6 here for Nick Casey. Brings up Charlie Dudley now.
If that kid comes up again and Nick throws him anything but a fastball, I think Coach Lar may come unglued on him. Nick Casey looking good so far.
The recipe that is working well.
Lots of fastballs here by Nick, and he's in the zone. He's finding his spots, and looks real good so far.
There's a ball up and out. For ball 1-0. The count here with 1 down. As there's a ball inside off the plate. For ball 2, 2-0 now.
You know, the one thing with Nick throwing as many strikes as he's had, gonna make sure that defense is still awake out there all the time and ready to go once they do hit the ball.
There's a strike. For strike 1, 2-1 the count here to Dudley. He led off the game with a swinging strikeout against Nick Casey. As a 2-1. Forthcoming. It is hit above the head and over. Jared Harris got a piece of his glove on it. Leaping effort by Harris, could not catch that one. As timed that jump here perfectly, just could not get it in the glove. And on is Charlie Dudley with a little duck snorter just over the glove of Harris, getting off the glove for the second hit of the game now by Vinton-Shellsburg.
You know, what's crazy is I think a lot of the Hawk fans over here thought that was going to be a routine play there for Harris. As he's been kind of a magician the last 5 years over there at shortstop.
As a runner on, 2 down. Throw over, sliding back in head first safely is Dudley. Blake Bonesack standing in. He grounded out his first time up in inning number 1. And this one is a neck-high fastball for a ball. 1-0 the count here, 1 down. There are 2 away, I should say. The scoreboard got me again here on the top of the third, 3-0 Hawks. And there's a strike. Center half there, above the knees for strike 1. 1-1 now. Here to Blake Bonesack, the Vinton-Shellsburg. Upstairs, chin high there. To Bonesack. 2-1 the count. A runner on first base. Here in lovely, scenic Decorah. Wasn't this nice last night when we ventured up here in the wind and rainstorm. Had to turn around and go home eventually. As the 2-2 count, but got to enjoy wonderful Mabe's Pizza downtown Decorah. It's a staple up here. And my partner able to experience it for the first time. Never had it before.
Yeah, first time at Mabe's. Great experience. Was appreciative of the trip there.
There's a ground ball right side. Casey will have it. He'll just run it over himself and step on the bag for the 1U. The pitcher ground out unassisted for out number 3. Vikings leave another runner. We go to the bottom of the third. Hawks lead this game 3-0. We're back after this from KMCH Sports. back in, bottom of the third inning. A hard grounder left side. One hopper into the shortstop's glove. Betterton up and over to his first baseman Overton. A nice play there for the first out of the inning. A ground out off the bat of Jared Harris brings up Nick Casey now. Casey walked and scored in that 3-run first inning. We're in the bottom of the third. Hawks lead this game 3-0. Trying to get another trip back up here to Decorah. Never been to Decorah so many times in my life, but I will be glad to do it on Monday. If the Hawks are able to hang on to this one here, as they would Monday night, as the Decorah 15-5 in 5 innings earlier this afternoon. A game that started at 1 o'clock, got over a little, about an hour and 45-minute game or so. And so 1-2 the count. Here to Nick Casey. We've been underway 46 in this one. As
that's a ball again there, right? Pitcher starting again.
Should be a ball, but nothing was called. There's a liner right side, and a looping liner to the second baseman, Dudley. And Casey with the line out for round number 2. Hunter Zeezer will stand in now. Zeezer walked and scored the third run, a 3-run first inning. He scored on the throw over by Bonesack. Here is a ground ball right side. Second baseman Dudley has it up and over. The ground out ends the third. Takes us to the 4th inning with the score 3-0. West Delaware baseball from KMC Sports.
Well, that won't happen. Never mind.
Top of the 4th inning is here. Nick Casey will face 3, 4, 5 Betterton, Hepner, and Overton here. All 3 strikeout victims their first time up against Casey, throwing the ball well, giving up 2 hits so far this game, but nothing has resulted of them. 2 runners stranded on first base. This game has no runs, 2 hits, and 2 runners left on through 3 innings for Vinton-Shellsburg. Ball popped up out of play right side. Betterton. The sun comes back out stronger than it has today and has warmed things up. There's a ground ball left side coming in, feeling it right now. Could not get it to stick in his glove as that one bound out, and it will fall in front of him on the air there. Off the glove of Ben Ridenauer, the first defensive error. Vinton-Shellsburg has 3 today.
Not very often do you see the number 3 hitter try to bunt it out. That's just kind of the way things have been going so far here for Vinton. They need some base runners here. Nick's been overpowering, and we're
right there, right in the zone. Hepner takes it for strike 1. Axel Hepner, strikeout victim, his first time up in the 2nd, swinging wise. Runner on first base in the top of the 4th. 3-0. Hawks with the lead. In their 36th game here today, 24-10-1. The record, as there's a ball in the dirt outside. Here to Hepner, the 4th batter in the lineup, 2nd batter this inning.
There goes the runner.
The runner going, stepping off is Casey. And the tag out, good. 1-6 on the caught stealing there. The pickoff play by Casey. Good recognition, good good talk, communication by Zezer at first base, letting them know that runner was going. And now the base is out at second.
Came out.
Sexton Werner going to help take care of that, and the base umpire will jog over as well and assist. As one out here. Hefner will be standing back in with a 1-2 count, I believe.
I've only got Nick with 4 pitches so far in the... Well, that might be right. No, I don't think so, because he didn't hit a strike earlier. I think it's 1-1.
There it is. Hey, how about that? Right on cue. They change it. 1-1 is the count. So the pickoff 1-6. After Bennerson reaches on the air, he's retired. Hefner standing in, a strike there, 1-2 the count out to Hefner. You're on the top of the 4th inning.
Big out there for the Hogs as it gives the opportunity for Nick to come back into the windup.
1-2. There's sound like a broken bat right off the top of the handle there, in the middle of the bat. We've done that before. There's a slow grounder right back to the pitcher. Casey will throw it over to first on the 1-3 put out. Ground out to there. For out number 2 brings up Cole Overton now, who also struck out, looking his last time up in the 2nd. As Overton, right-handed batter, first baseman, stands in and takes a strike, going 1 to count. 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. And the 0-1 is a strike. Well, the Belverton wasn't appreciative of the call, but his opinion doesn't matter there. Home plate umpire. Calling strike 2. The 0-2 is a strike. You betcha, right there. That one was thigh high on the outer half. And the caught looking there for the 3rd out of the inning. Takes us to the bottom of inning number 4. Back after this from KMCH Sports. Okay, studio producer Ashley Vick, John Swisher, Matt Weiss, back with you. Bottom of inning number 4 here in Decorah, the county seat of Wenatchee County. The Wenatchee County Fair going on here this week in Decorah. Same as back home in Manchester, of course, wrapping up tomorrow. But a good week, warm week. Some rain last night that cooled some things off, but they were able to get the entertainment in last night back in Manchester. Not sure here in Wenatchee County. As when we left town, it was pretty water-filled and windy. There's a base hit. Ground ball into center field off the bat of Cole Engel. And a leadoff single here by Engel. Second time he's been on base here today. Sets the table for Kyle Cole now.
You know, both times Cole Engel been pretty patient at the plate. 2 good at bats for him, and you know, that's a kid with good speed. It's a great job for him to get on as the leadoff hitter this inning for the Hawks.
And right now, check the Kyle Cole standing in. The designated hitter. He struck out his first time up. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1-1. Here to Kyle Cole, the 8th grade designated hitter. One of 2 8th graders on the team, 3 freshmen, 3 sophomores, 3 juniors, 8 seniors for the Hawks. Trying to advance on to Monday night, taking on Decorah as 2 ranked teams in this district number 6 bracket, as Decorah ranked number 10. The Hawks, the 8th ranked team in Class 3A. This ball is shot left side. Shortstop gets to it, fires a second for the force out. 6'4" variety there. Betterton to Dudley as Engel is forced out. So Cole will reach on the fielder's choice to the shortstop, and it brings up Colton Reed now.
You know, Kyle Cole's filled in that position there, you know, that 9th batting position, and he's caught a lot of games here for the Hawks this year as an 8th grader, which is a, you know, tough spot to put him in varsity baseball, and he's rose in the challenge here.
A nice job all season long as catching a good half of the duties as well. And Colton Reed, the catcher today, the senior, getting the start. He's in there for his first actual at-bat today. He was called out on a weird experience that we saw in the 2nd inning. It was a legal bat. It was called after he fouled the pitch off. And an umpire called him out right away. Coach Lahr hustled in for the explanation. And this bat
going to be a real tough play here.
This ball is a little Rupert shortstop, throws it away. He's able to get to it, grabs the ball, then throws it away. It goes past the first baseman, who gathers the ball and will bring it in with runners on 2nd and 3rd now. So the 4th error of the game there by the Vikings as we go with the single, the infield hit by Reed, and then the error on the throw.
Yeah, real surprised that Betterton there tried to throw that ball over to first base. That just kind of took a weird hop on him, you know, kind of in between, and he did a good job of getting back and barehanding the ball. But I didn't think there was much chance of him getting at first base anyway, so the fact that he threw it, you know, in a hurry there, beneficial for the Hawks, but not an advice play there for the Vikings.
There is a strike on the inner half. There's 2 hits in this inning for the Hawks, the first 2 hits of the game. They scored 3 runs on 3 errors and 2 walks in that first inning. There's one raced into left field. The left fielder is coming on here. Wind and knocks it down. Radicke gets it. They throw it and play at the plate. Sliding in safely ahead of the throw is Kyle Cole for the 4th run of the game. As the runner advancing to 3rd is Reed. And with 2 away here.
Good job by Trevor O'Reilly hitting the ball real deep there to left field. Kyle Cole, good job of getting back there to tag. He almost went right away on the contact, was able to get back in time and get in there. Almost slid into the bat. The umpire hadn't got out there to get the bat in time, and good job of getting around the bat and the tag of the catcher. Great job again there by the 8th grader. Heads up play.
Dunstan Werner stands in. Top of the order here for the Hawks. Takes the ball outside and low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Hawks scored 1 more. They lead this game 4-0 now. On the bottom of the 4th inning here from Decorah. Saturday afternoon baseball for you. Because of this, the weather postponement will not have a Class 2A game. Supposed to be in Cascade tonight, but not going to be able to pull that one off. As there's a ball fouled up and out of play for strike 1. 2-1 the count with 2 down. Cascade hosting O-Line tonight in a district final at American Legion Park in Cascade. Other games, Beckman hosting Comanche at Jink Field for their 2A district final. And North Lynn welcoming Calmus Wheatland. There's a ball fouled off the catcher and the umpire there for strike 2. 2-2 the count with 2 down. Runner on 3rd. Hawks have scored 1 in this bottom of the 4th inning. They lead this game 4-0. Best of luck to all those teams trying to continue their seasons tonight with district final W's. There's a ball missing for ball 3. 3-2 the count. With 2 away. 5th batter of the inning, Dunstan Werner. Hops out of the way. That one takes another walk. His 2nd base on balls in a row. That is the 5th given up now by Bonesack, the pitcher for Vinton-Shellsburg.
Yeah, Bonesack had been starting to find the zone there a little bit, but just inconsistency coming back in, form here in the 4th inning, and he's missed high, he's missed low, he's missed outside. He's just had a real hard time finding the zone today.
As right now it stands in over 2, struck out looking his last time. The 2nd grounded out is First time in the first inning. Takes the ball up and out there for ball one. 1-0 the count here to Denny Ridenauer.
Bone sack now up to 67 pitches here.
The 1-0. And looking at third and looking back at first. Bone sack.
Boy, I tell you what, he took
looked like he almost stepped towards the
forward. Yeah, he stepped towards the plate there.
Could have been a balk again. We have not seen one called in this game. There have been some issues with Bone sack's left foot there that some umpires would have called a balk, I would have to believe. 1-0 the count. On the way upstairs. That one's nose high for ball two. 2-0 the count here in the right now. Sixth batter this inning for the Hawks. They've scored one. They lead this game 4-0. We're in the last of the fourth inning here in Decorah. Inside Olin Zach Field. This one is fouled back and out of play. And the count is 2-1 now.
Big cut there by Benny. I think he was hoping to get everything on that pitch. We can get Hawks and get one more here, make that 5-0. That's a big cushion for Nick Casey, especially he's been pitching it. You know, I think it's interesting for Bone Sack again with that look to third, look to first motion again there. He picks his leg straight up, and when he does it, kind of, I think that's kind of the tell a little bit. Uh-oh.
And now the runner goes at late steal.
And that's going to be a run for the Hawks.
And coming in to score is Reed as the throw came home but late. And the Hawks manufacture a run there, and there's a 5-0 lead.
Benson Warner just kind of jogging over there to second. Steve's a really good job by him there. He got about halfway, saw the ball came from the catcher. I think he wanted to throw through, and the pitcher put his hand up, and he kind of knocked the ball down. And great job there by Colton Reed to see that as well and get home.
A little popper right side off the bat right now. The first baseman Overton is camped and makes the catch. Pop out for out number 3. Sends us to the 5th. The Hawks had 2 more insurance runs. They lead 5-0 in this game. Back into this from KMCH Sports. Back into Decorah. We're in the 5th inning now, as this game is an hour and 4 minutes old. The Hawks lead 5-0. There's a swing and a miss by Keegan Thompson. Thompson got a hit to right field. One of the 2 Vikings who've gotten hits off of Nick Casey. Other than that, not much. And 1 error in this game defensively for the Hawks as well. So just 3 base runners, and nobody has reached second base in this game for Vinton-Shellsburg. The Hawks scored 3 runs in the first and added 2 more at the bottom of the 4th inning. Quickly on to the count here to Keegan Thompson, the number 6 batter in this lineup, and there's strike 3. Took it on the inside corner looking, and the Vikings having troubles continuing here. Nick Casey pitching well.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best I've seen Nick pitch all season so far. He really brought his A game today for the matchup here.
The 3rd looking strikeout, the 8th total K of the game. Down for down. Peyton Hafner stands in. Hafner swings through this pitch for strike one. All on the count. Hafner grounded back out to Casey his last time up in the second inning. Casey set and 0-1 delivery. Fastball lower than the knees. All the outer half missing downstairs. For ball one, we're even 1-1.
Yeah, really, Thompson there in the second inning with that hit to right field was the only person who's really hit the ball hard. Obviously, we had the leadoff hitter there, Dudley, in the third inning, get that little duck snort over top of Harris's head, but that ball not necessarily hit real hard either.
That guy fastball there for ball two. 2-1. The count, and swung on and missed by Hafner there. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The sun has gone over those clouds again. Here, upper 70s the temperature, mid in the low 60s. As there's a ball foul back, the fence. The count remains 2-2. I feel like temp in the upper 80s here on this Saturday afternoon. The Hawks leading 5-0 in the top of the 5th. Upstairs and inside, ducking out of the way of that one is Hafner for ball 3. And we're full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Sort of a breaking pitch there from Nick. Haven't seen him throw a whole lot of those.
3-2 fastball came right at him. This one's popped up and out of play. As over the West Delaware school bus is parked in the parking lot right behind the first base dugout to our right here in Decorah at Olenczak Field.
We'll get him our next.
Just near behind the Viking Stadium football field here in Decorah. And there's a ball in the dirt. Ball 4, first walk of the game. First free pass issued by Nick Casey. Comes with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And it brings up Sam Kinsel now, the designated hitter, struck out swinging his first time up in the 3rd.
Yeah, if I was Colton Reed here, and he's giving the signs out there to Nick Casey fastballs here to these last 2 hitters. So we might have a little substitution here. Like maybe we have pinch runner here, or do we have, a courtesy runner here for the catcher?
That's what it. No,
going to hit for himself here. No, Nathan Harrelson going to hit for himself here.
There it is. Number 20, Nathan Harrelson, who is the right fielder, was being DH for. So Kinsel, the DH, no longer. Harrelson standing in as Kinsel struck out his first time up. This is a foul ball off the bat of Harrelson. Vinton-Shellsburg, 5-9 team out of the west side of the WAMAC Conference, 6 out of 8 places there. As Marion won the west side this year, WAMAC, they're 8-20 overall. We're still one of the best teams in the WAMAC Conference overall with a 21-7 mark, 7-5 on the east side, finishing 4th. There's a ball downstairs for ball 1, 1-1 the count. Hawks behind Western Dubuque, who got their second WAMAC East Division crown, second in a row, as the Bobcats winning their 9th conference title this season, as they won their first round sub-state Class 4A game last night, 2-0 over Bettendorf at home at Farley Park. They'll play on Monday night against Linmar back at Farley Park. 1-2 the count here to the number 8 batter, Nathan Harrelson. Hawks road record of 10-4-1. There's a little.
Oh, it's going to be fair. Fairly.
It is a fair ball inside the outfield grass, just on the lip where the dirt meets the grass. They'll throw to third, going to get away. Goes all the way in the dugout, and it bounded back out.
That was lucky. That ball hit the top of the fence there and didn't go into the dugout.
Boy, it looked like it did.
I think it hit the blue.
It hit the. Okay.
Yeah, the fence cover there and kind of bounced out. That was a huge break there for the Hawks. Otherwise, I would have given up a run there.
As good 2 runners on here, second and third for the Vikings with the number 9 batter, Radke, standing in with 1 down. 5-0 Hawks.
Good move there by Breton as only the 3rd hit of the day. And there's going to be another one down the line.
Snorter, that hits on the outfield grass and gets into foul territory after being a fair ball. And the Vikings score their first run of the day in the form of Peyton Hafner.
Yeah, it's really too bad there for Nick. Is he's thrown a couple of good pitches there as well, and both pitches, both batters, way behind on the ball, and just happened to, like you said, get a couple of duck snorts, both of them down the line.
So 1 error this inning, 1 walk, 2 hits, brings up Dudley, the leadoff batter now. One run is in for Vinton-Shellsburg. Their first of the game. It's 5-1. And a look over to third. Both runners getting back. Runners on first and third. Dudley got an infield hit to the left side. His last time up in the third. He struck out swinging back in the first and takes a ball there. Does Dudley for ball one. 1-0 the count. Here's Charlie Dudley. First time these two teams played back on Friday night, June 8th. The Hawks won the first one 7-4 and then took the nightcap 3-1. The 1-0 from Casey on the way is a strike. Right down the chute. Above the knees for strike one. And we're even at 1-1. Runners on first and third, one away. Now 4 hits in the game. With 2 little doinkers this inning for Vinton-Shellsburg. There's a strike at the knees on the inside corner for strike 2. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, so far 20th pitch there from Nick this inning, by far the longest he's had to work out here.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. And the Casey pitch. And past Harris into left field. That'll be another run. And the line drive base hit. Engel gets to it, but not before. Another run scores. And 3 hits in a row to the outfield by the Vikings. Charlie Dudley, the latest to get the RBI. And it's 5-2 now, Hawks lead.
There's only 1 out here for the Hawks. Number 2 batter, you'd assume they may try to bunt Bone Sack here, and he's going to swing away. They'll pop up foul to the right side.
0-1 the count. 2 runs in, 2 runners on. With Radicke on second now. Dudley on first. Like Bone Sack standing in. He's 0 for 2. Ground out both times. Right now at third, and to the pitcher his last time in the third. 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Hawks lead this game 5-2. They throw back. And sneaking back in was Werner. And sliding back in head first safely is Radicke out at second. 0-1 the count here to Bone Sack. The 6th batter this inning. The 0-1 showing bunt. Taking the ball, and Hunter Caesar wasn't paying attention. Colton Reed threw it down. It goes down to right field where Wohler gets it, but the error there, and 2 runners advance up. Caesar is not as Reed, a snap throw down. Low down second and third.
No, these are not looking, but at the same time, also not a real advice throw thrown to the the right as well.
Yeah.
So it's an all-around great player for the Hawks. Time to refocus and
have a runner in front of him.
Yep.
But Colton Reed, senior, trying to make a play. It was an aggressive mistake, but he goes as an error nonetheless. As off-speed pitch outside, stays out and low for ball 2. 2-1 the count here to Bone Sack. Runners on second and third. The Vikings have scored 2 in this inning. 1 away, Bone Sack. Back in the 2-1 pitch is a fastball. He swings 2. Casey going right at him there and gets the count even 2.
Yeah, Nick, you just got to, like I said, refocus here, start throwing strikes again, and get the Hawks out of this inning.
And the 2-2 now, downstairs. Ball 3. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Blake Bone Sack, the number 2 batter in this Vinton-Shellsburg lineup. Runners on second and third. 1 away, 5-2. Hawks with the lead here in the top of inning number 5. The 3-2 on the way and lifted up and out of play. Behind the back step. 3 balls and 2 strikes remains the count here to Bone Sack. The 6th batter in this inning. Got a strikeout, a walk, 3 hits in a row. Vikings have scored 2. This one's skied left side. Harris going out. Coming in is Engel. Harris has it. Harris able to catch the ball. Engel did not give way. Not sure if anybody talked, but Harris able to make the catch to pop out for out number 2.
Good job there, obviously, by the Hawks getting out, but looks like Cole Engel maybe shooken up a little bit on that play, kind of shaking his knee out, but he's going to be okay.
Ran into the back of Harris making that catch. Thank goodness he was able to haul it in. There was no bigger collision there. On that one, they were just both trying to make that play, make sure they had the fly ball out. This one is skied up and out of play off the bat of Scott Betterton, the seventh batter in this inning. It's 5-2 with runners on second and third and 2 away.
And for the Hawks here to come out with only giving up 2 runs, especially the way that they've kind of played this inning, we'll take that.
Betterton reached on an error his last time. Harsh cut at this one. He foul tips in the glove of Colton Reed. Betterton struck out swinging his first time back in the first. He's down now in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes.
Nick done a good job so far here with the adversity. He's come back throwing strikes, and a lot of pitches. This will be his 30th pitch this inning.
The 0-2 on the way.
Good pitch.
Oof, off the plate. Outside, says home plate umpire for ball 1-2 now. Here to the number 3 batter in this lineup for Vinton-Shellsburg, Betterton. Ball downstairs in the dirt for ball 2. We're even down 2 balls and 2 strikes.
There you go. It's the time, obviously, that's a 1-2 pitch there. Nick's kind of throw something down in the dirt, but at the same time, he's got to remember he's got runners on second and third here, and trying to go, get something there that can be blocked by the catcher. Well, off speed pitch there on 2-2.
Stayed up for ball 3. We're full. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Here to Betterton. So Casey, see if he'll come right back after him with a fastball and see if Betterton can better him here. 3-2. Fastball, he wallops in center field. Going back is O'Reilly. Still going back. That ball is off the bottom of the fence. It'll be a 1-run game. Going into second, sliding in. Throw was high as Betterton has the 2-out, 2 RBI double, and it's a 5-4 game here in the top of the 5th inning. After the Hawks leading in this game 5-0. Saw this earlier today as Decorah was down 5-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. They came back and scored 6 runs on Independence. They went on to win that game 15-5 in 5 innings of play. So Betterton's on with the double into deep center field. And off the bottom of the fence there, the blue tarp out there with the big Vikings baseball banner, the logo in straightaway center field. 2 down here, and brings up Axel Huppner here. Well, what's happened. Now you can't let anything else happen. Get out of it here and keep this lead, huh?
Absolutely. Again, just got to refocus, and there's a good pitch. There should be a fly out here to the shortstop, Harris, and he's got it.
Hopper behind the bag. Harris corralled it for the 3rd out. But 4 runs are in for Vinton-Shellsburg. 1-run lead now for the Hawks. Bottom of the 5th we go. 5-4 West Delaware baseball from KMCH Sports. Bottom of the 5th inning is here. 5-4 Hawks with the 1-run lead now after 4 runs scored by Vinton-Shellsburg in the top of this 5th inning. 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 more Hawk errors. They have 3 on the day, and 1 runner left on base. Here's a hard hit ball, and that'll. Betterton able to get it back somehow. How does they call it first? Harris looking like he might have beat that one, but 6-3 ground out there. Harris retired for out number 1.
What
a play by Betterton.
Good play by Betterton. I think he was a good step and a half late there, but
I agree.
The umpire did not think so, and really good job of him just to find the ball. I thought that ball had skirted into left field there after his ball hit real hard there by Harris.
Hit his glove, bounded up behind him. Somehow he's able to pick the ball up and fire a bullet to first base and get the ground out. With maybe the gift of the call by the umpire, it was a close play, and the benefit of the doubt went to the defensive team that time. Nick Casey stands in. He lined out to the second baseman, Dudley, his last time up. A walk, and scored his first time up in the first inning.
What's really crazy about that ball hit by Harris, Betterton had taken his glove off and kind of looked at it first to show his disgust for missing the ball, and then all of a sudden there it was for him. Baseball gods were kind to him on that play.
Very surprised that he came up with that ball and was able to fire a bullet. I was already counting it. It was a tough play. Hard hit ball going to his left. I was counting it as an infield hit. As Casey takes the ball inside off the plate there for ball 4. Nick draws his second walk of the game. The one-out variety base on balls brings up Hunter Zeeser now.
Hawks need to get some more pitches here this inning out of Bone Sack, and they did a real good job in the first 2 innings there. The last couple innings not quite as many pitches for him. So
6 walk taken on the game for the Hawks as a team. 156 walks coming in. 128 on the other side for Vinton-Shellsburg. Strike there, 0-1 to count to Zeeser, who grounded out to second his last time in the third. He took a walk and scored back in the first. Hawks scored 3 runs in that first, 2 more in the fourth. Vinton-Shellsburg getting all 4 runs in the top of this 5th inning. 5-4 Hawks lead this game. We're in the bottom of inning number 5. The 0-1 count from Bone Sack to Zeeser is a ball outside, runner going. And slide in safely. The throw sails into shallow center. Thompson there for the backup. As getting into second is Nick Casey on the stolen base.
And one thing about the Hawks today, the runners that they have gotten on base today, they've done a really good job manufacturing the runs that they have. Obviously, only 1 hit so far.
Second stolen base of the day for Nick Casey. He's 22 of 24 now in the season. The 1-1 pitch, first a turn. Back to second, where standing on the bag is Nick Casey.
1-1 pitch here for Zeeser. Let's see if he can turn on something.
There it is. Sends it left side, opposite field, deep left field, and it's going to get down inside the fair line out there near the 325 sign straight away left field. Hunter Zeeser has himself a 1-out stand-up RBI double, and the Hawks get one of those runs back there. They lead by 2, 6-4.
Really good job there by Hunter Zeeser. Waiting to see the pitch he wanted. Got a fastball outside and just absolutely turned on it. Big run there for the Hawks.
Now Cole Engel will stand in with 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. As Hunter Zeeser gets his 25th hit of the season. Time is called here.
I'm assuming that
runner.
Yeah, get a runner out here for Zeeser and then a re-entry.
Boss, it appears.
Yeah, a good call here by Coach Lar. Getting a little bit more speed out there on the base pass, and obviously we'll see Big Z back in there playing first base at the top of the 6th here, but
lost the pinch runner out at second base. Cole Engel standing in, the 4th batter this inning. As Zeeser with his 25th hit and his 20th RBI on that double down the line to give the Hawks a 6-4 lead now. Here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 down. Ball in the dirt, bounces off the umpire out in front of the plate. Catcher cannot recognize it, and now he does. But before he does, Voss will get the 3rd easily.
Yeah, there's that speed on the base pass, and good job by Coach Larg, recognizing that right away and getting the pitch runner out there.
The wild pitch allows Voss to go to 3rd with 1 down. 2-1 the count here to Cole Engel.
Cole Engel done a good job so far today, just putting the ball in play for the Hawks, and obviously base hit and error both, and so we need from him again here at the bat.
So skied up and out of play right side. Foul ball. We're even now 2-2. 1 out. Runner on 3rd. Hawks lead this game 6-4 here in the Bottom of inning number 5. Upstairs, above helmet high there. For ball 3, we're full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm not sure. Is that right? I think it's 2-1. Yeah. I didn't think that was correct there.
I'm just going with the board at this point, and it hasn't worked. Oh, there's a one-hopper right back to Engel. The pitcher, Bonesack, gets it and fires to the first baseman, Overton. So the 1-3 ground out to the pitcher for out number 2 brings up Kyle Cole now. Runner on third still, 2 away. And Cole stands in after reaching on a fielder's choice and scoring his last time in the 4th. Struck out swinging his first time back in inning number 2. This one is upstairs above the letters for ball 1. 1-0 the count to the 8th grader, Kyle Cole. Kyle coming in, 22 hits, 262 average on the season. There's a pitch that misses his own inside off the plate apparently from our angle. 2-0 the count.
Come by there too. Good job here by Kyle Cole, 8th grader. He's a big spot for him.
There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Kyle.
We just talked about earlier in this inning about the Hawks seeing some more pitches this inning from Bonesack, and that they've done. That's right there. That's the 17th already this inning.
Inside off the plate again for ball 3. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 down. Runner on third. The 3-1 in the dirt for ball 4. 7th walk of the game taken here by the Hawks offense.
A lot of speed here on the bases now for the Hawks with Kyle Cole and Jared Voss both on there. You assume that Coach Lar's going to do something here to get those runners in motion.
Catcher Haefner calls time, and Coach Bratton follows suit and will come out and take a defensive conference here with 2 outs and runners on first and third. For the bottom of the 5th, the Hawks have scored 1 more after giving up 4 in the top of this 5th inning. Hawks lead Vinton-Shellsburg 6-4. Taking a look at this series dating back to 2009 as the Hawks lead the overall series 13-7 in 20 meetings. This is the first ever neutral meeting as the Hawks own the home record 8-2. They are 5-5 games played at Vinton-Shellsburg. 1-run games. The Hawks and the Vikings have both played 1. And the shutout games, Vinton-Shellsburg owns 2 victories there in shutout style. We've had a lot of double-digit contests, a lot of high-scoring affairs in this series in the first few years of the series. Of late, it's been some low-scoring games as meeting adjourned, and we're ready with 2 outs. Standing in is Colton Reed. Reed got an infield hit his last time and scored in that 2-run 4th inning.
I think Kyle Cole here, first base. Watch there he goes.
Swing and a miss. The throw is going to be bouncing to the second baseman, and the runner stays put. Voss at third. Getting into second is Cole on the stolen base.
I think that the throw from the catcher, that looked like he was going to throw it to the cutoff, and the cutoff, both shortstop and second baseman both went back to the base there. So
they didn't come up to cut it off. 0-1 outside for ball 1. We're even 1-1 the count. Kyle Cole, the stolen base there, his 11th, 14 attempts on the season. 1-1 the count, 2 down. Runners on second and third. Hawks lead 6-4. We're in the last of the 5th inning. This one's skied in the air, left side, foul territory, going towards the dugout, and he's going to have Ray just in front of the dugout. Staying with that ball is Heffler, the third baseman, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Hawks do add a run. They take a 6-4 lead to the 6th inning. Back into this from KMCH Sports. Along with in-studio producer Ashley Vick, back on East Main Street, studios of KMCH Radio in Manchester. John and Matt back with you from Decorah, straight up 5 o'clock here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. This game an hour and 31 minutes old. The Hawks lead this contest 6-4. New pitcher Logan Wohlert coming in for Nick Casey, as Nick giving up 6 hits, stranding 3 runners. He struck out 8 batters for the Vikings. As Wohlert coming in, Nick Casey was at the 86 pitch count mark, and a new factor in high school baseball last year. Got to pay attention to those pitch counts there as the ball fouled up and out of play down the left field side off the bat of the number 5 batter Cole Overton here. So under 86, under that 90 pitch count mark, he can come back on the day of rest and pitch Monday if needed. So Nick Casey's day is done here, and Logan Wohlert gets an opportunity to try to hold the Vikings at bay with a 6-4 lead here in the top of the 6th. 1-2 the count here to Overton as this one bounced up and got a piece of Colton Reed and his mask as he'll walk this one off. As the numbers on Logan Wohlert, this is his second appearance. He's got a 2-2 mark, 30 innings pitched. He's given up 25 hits, 15 runs, 8 earned runs, a 1.87 ERA. He's walked 7, hit 6, struck out 12, and opponents are hitting 217. And there is a ball that freezes Overton there for the strikeout. And what a way to start out here. Wohlert starting out with a strikeout. The freshman getting it done with Keegan Thompson standing in now.
Yeah, that'd be something that Overton there was not ready for. That's his third looking K, actually, on the day.
Mm-hmm.
And with as fast as Nick was throwing the ball, I think Wohlert threw that breaking ball at about 15 miles an hour. I didn't think it was going to get to the plate, and it went in there, and it was right on the money.
And this is going to take a good point there with the quickness of the pitches from Nick Casey that they're going to see a little difference here from Wohlert. And it take them a little time to adjust, you would think. Usually does when you go from a fast pitcher to a slower hurler here.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of breaking stuff already from Wohlert, too, where Casey was trying to overpower with the fastball. And Wohlert's done a good job so far. I think 7 pitches on the inning, and I'm pretty sure that he's only thrown 1 fastball. A lot of change-ups and curveballs here from him.
Ball tips this one in the glove of the catcher, Reed. After 2 balls, 2-1 the count to Thompson, who struck out his last time. He flies this one into left field. Coming on. Engel will make the catch on the run. A fly out to the left fielder for out number 2. Brings up Peyton Haefner now.
Obviously, really good job there by Engel getting a read on that ball. It was a good opportunity to drop in there, as it was kind of in that in-between spot between left field and shortstop. And Engel got a really good jump on the ball there.
Haefner walked his last time up and scored in that 4-run 5th inning. He grounded out back to Casey, the pitcher at the time, back in the 2nd. Nick Casey is now the 3rd baseman. Jared Voss, who came in the last half inning to bench run for Hunter Zeser, has entered the game as the right fielder, as Wohlert moved from right to the mound. 0-1 the count here to Haefner. Ooh, that one just stayed out of the zone for ball 1. 1-1 the count here with 2 away. Top of the 6th inning. Hawks 6-4 lead. Fouled back behind home plate. And it counts 1 ball and 2 strikes.
One nice thing I see about the Hawks, obviously a pretty senior-led team here. We've had some real good underclassmen. I also mentioned Cole already, stepping in that catcher spot at times. DHing tonight. We got Wohlert here, freshman, on the mound. Great pitch.
Swing and a miss. The drop third is going to allow the runner to get to first base. As one of the other changes, Hunter Zeser came out, just recognizing that Ridenauer is now the first baseman. Then Ridenauer moving to first. Zeser is out of the game as the drop third strike there. Another strikeout. 10 on the day for the Vikings, but that one allows a runner with 2 down. Brings up Nathan Harrelson now, the right fielder who started the game in right, but started the game getting DH for the offensive lineup for Vinton-Shellsburg. He got a hit to right his first time up last time in the 4-run 5th inning. Stands in here with 2 down. The number 8 batter, Nathan Harrelson.
That pass ball allows the Haefner there to get on first base. That's this plays come different baseball that you got to make. Wohlert throwing those curveballs, off-speed pitches in the dirt, and I think you heard Coach Lar there yell out the dugout, and those balls got to be blocked. And those are the things that it's going to come down to here as the Hawks continue to move on in the tournament. They're going to have to make those plays and tighten things up just a little bit.
1-on-1, a look at the runner by Willard as he'll refocus and go after Harrelson here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Top of the 6th inning, 6-4 Hawks with the 2-run lead. This one's skied up in the air right side, and a run out of room. It's out of play as right now we're running over towards the fence and looks at bounce on the sidewalk back behind the Hawks first base dugout. 1-2 the count with 2 down. Harrelson with the hit earlier today, only 25 at bats. That was his 4th hit earlier today. He's just a 120 hitter. Number 8 batter here in this lineup for head coach Henry Bratton in his first season. After coaching the fresh soft, assistant in this program for his former head coach Jim Struve from 2009 to 2016. The throw over, getting back in head first safely is Hafner after getting on with the drop third strikeout and a strikeout and a fly out to start this inning. Here's a chopper left side. Third baseman Kesey has it up and over right now off the bag. He's going to tag out the runner Harrelson. Throw was low off the mark, but good recognition by Ridenauer. It goes to the 5-3 ground out for out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hawks lead by 2, 6-4. This is West Delaware Baseball. You're listening to it from KMC Sports. John, Matt, back with you from Decorah. Bottom of the 6th inning is here. 9-1-2 for the Hawks. O'Reilly, Werner, and Ridenauer are slated to face a new pitcher for Vinton-Shellsburg. Scott Betterton, the junior, in relief of Blake Bonesack, who went 5 innings. As Bonesack giving up 3 hits, stranding 5 Hawk runners on base. But 6-4 is the score. Hawks lead by 2 as Betterton with a strike. Now the 0-1. O'Reilly off the plate outside for ball 1. We're even at 1-1 as we take a look at the numbers on Scott Betterton. This is his 2nd appearance. He had 7 starts as well, a 3-4 record. 48 innings pitched, 37 hits against him, and as this one is in the zone for strike 2, 1-2 to count. Betterton giving up 24 runs, 12 earned runs, a 1.75 ERA. He's walked 12, hit 7, struck out 51 in those 48 innings. Opponents are hitting 180 against them. The 1-2 is a ball low and off the plate for ball 2. We're even now 2-2.
You know, just kind of the opposite we talked about with the Hawks with Wooler coming in here. Betterton and get a little bit more velocity here than Bonesack did. The Hawks going to have to kind of quicken their bats up a little bit. There's going to be a tough play at the short ground.
Ball left side. O'Reilly trying to beat it out, but he cannot. Shortstop Betterton able to gun it over and gets his man on the 6-3 round out to the shortstop for out number 1. Brings up Dunstan Werner now, who walked his last 2 times up. his only official bat. He has a strikeout looking and came back in the first inning. Hawks with a 2-run advantage here, 6-4, the bottom of the sixth inning, trying to win and advance on to Monday night. Right back here at Olenczak Field in Decorah, taking on the home team, Decorah Vikings, who won earlier today in a game that started at 1 o'clock as they took down Independence 15-5 in 5 innings. A game that started out seeing Independence jump out on top 5-0 until the bottom of the third when the Vikings struck for 6 runs. There's a ball downstairs for ball 1-1 the count.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be an adjustment here for the Hawk hitters, and I think this seems like a little bit more velocity they're used to. And Betterton here throwing a lot more stuff around the zone than Bonesack was here as well. So the Hawk hitters can get zoned in here, maybe put another run or two on the board here this inning to give Ward a little bit more cushion here top of the 7th. You definitely do the Hawks advantage.
Ball gets by the catcher there. Ball 2. 2-1 pitch on the way. There's a strike. Tie high, outer half. Strike 2. 2-2. Peter Dunstan Werner. 1 away in the last of the 6th inning. But right now our waits on deck. Werner back in and ready. 2-2 on the way. And it's outside too far. A tad too far, I should say. For ball 3, 3-2 the count. Here to Werner. We'll be heading to Indianola. Simpson College in the fall. Double major in mathematics and sports administration as he hits this one on a line into left field. A bouncing ball to Radicke, the left fielder. It'll be a 2-out single off the bat of Dunstan Werner, his first hit of the day. And it's the Hawks' 4th hit of the ball game.
That's one of those things. Great job by Dunstan putting the ball in play there. As Betterton, as the pitcher there, that's going to be one of those, balls that gets hit after a real close ball 3 call there for him. That's got to be a little bit deflating for him. Hopefully the Hawks can take advantage here now with the base runner.
This one up and out, showing bunt is Ridenauer, pulls back, takes the ball, 1-0 the count. Ridenauer popped out the first, his last time of the 4th. He struck out looking in the first.
Good chatter there coming out of the Hawk dugout.
Always entertaining chatter from the first base dugout. Just one voice we're hearing, but it's very loud. There's a throw over to first, getting back in safely is Werner. 1-0 the count with 1 away. 6-4, Hawks lead this game. A 3-run and a 2-run game earlier in the season. The Hawks beating Vinton-Shellsburg in the only 2 meetings this year. There's a ball up and out for ball 2 now. 2-0 the count here to Ridenauer. Now the first baseman started the game as the third baseman. Moved over when Casey went to third from the pitcher's mound. As the 2-0 pitch. On the way, upstairs, above helmet high, throw down. It's off the glove of the first baseman. Bounds to his right, but he has second baseman, I should say. That was a pickoff play there. The first baseman was in, and the second baseman came in for the throw down by the catcher at first base. That's a nifty play there.
Yeah, good job.
See that too often.
Good job by Dunstan there to kind of recognize that and dive back in time here as well.
Doubly the second baseman coming. 3-0 pitch. Here's a strike. Belt high. Right in the zone for strike 1, 3-1 now with 1 away. We're in the last of the 6th inning. Hawks lead this game 6-4. And the 3-1 on the way. Bunting now is right now.
Great fun.
Down the line, the pitcher's going to pick up and tag the runner out for out number 2. As 2 down here as Overton putting a tag, Betterton I should say, putting an aggressive tag on the Ridenauer there to make sure he tagged him as he didn't backpedaling away from him on the first base line. 2 away, runner on second.
Yeah, good job actually by Ben, making him come after him a little bit, giving the opportunity for sure to Dunstan get over a second. And curious what they'll do with Harris here now. He hit the ball hard 3 times, all 3 times up to the shortstop. Shortstop making a great play the last time he was up as well, but obviously that was Betterton, and he's on the mound now.
As meeting on the mound between all the infielders and the battery. No coaches are out there. Coach is out. Bratton is out talking to the home plate umpire about something.
Yeah, kind of curious what he's talking about there.
Now he retreats back to his position in the third base dugout. 2 down here. Runner on second base. Jared Harris standing in. 2 ground outs to the shortstop. As Matt said, he's hit the ball hard. He hit it to the shortstop his first time up and reached on an error and scored the first run of the ball game back in the first inning for the Hawks. He stands in here with 2 out and 1 on. Bottom of the 6th inning, Hawks lead 6-4. Big lead out there by Werner, dancing around, getting the pitcher's attention. As a strike, inner half of the zone at the knees for strike 1. 0-1 the count here to Jared Harris, senior shortstop on his way to play baseball at Wartburg up in Waverly in the fall. Long look in here by Betterton.
This is what the scenario the Hawks want here with Harris up.
And a pickoff attempt there, looking back at second. 0-1 the count.
Harris, the first team all-conference WAMAC player here. Shortstop for the Hawks.
The 0-1. Betterton smokes right back up the middle into center field. Center fielder coming in with it, and Werner's going to be held up at third. Harris off of first. He's going to fake to go to second. Now he's going to go into second. No go. The catcher just runs out, and why not? Harris getting the extra bag there as the catcher wisely hanging on to it, not give up another run. Hawks have runners on, second and third, 2 away.
Yeah, the ball almost got hit too hard to center field there. Didn't give Werner an opportunity to score there. Good job by holding him up by Coach Lar. But the 4 balls hit real hard there by Harris. That's what you want to see out of your number 3 hitter here.
Runners on, second and third. Nick Casey standing in. 2 down here at the bottom of the 6th inning, 6-4. Hawks lead by 2.
Kind of curious here if Nick Casey, I'm just kind of curious if they'd maybe put him on and pitch to Voss here, but
I was thinking the same thing. Give yourself the force. 2 outs here, but Casey is going to be allowed to bat for now, and a strike there, 0-1 the count. Casey has walked twice and scored both of those times. He lined out in the third. There's a ball that bounces past the catcher. Wild pitch. Werner will score. Hawks lead 7-4. Harris gets over to third, so we'll take it on the wild pitch. Hawks score 1. Lead now by 3, 7-4. Harris, as I mentioned, moves to third with Casey standing back in with a 1-1 count.
Yeah, it's one of those there. You keep Casey up there to bat and makes Betterton work a little bit harder out there in the mound and tried to get a spot there and threw it in the dirt and couldn't get it blocked by the catcher. So it's a huge advantage there for the Hawks. Give them a 3-run cushion now.
Now the 1-1 from Betterton on the way. Off speed, downstairs off the glove. Harris thinking about it, but will retreat back as Betterton got in there to cover the dish. As the ball didn't get by the catcher too far away. 2-1 the count now here to Nick Casey. Hawks adding another runner this inning. Crossing the plate, they lead 7-4 now. Runner on third still, 2 away. Here in the last of the 6th inning.
Betterton a little frustrated there. I'm curious if he's frustrated with his catcher, Hafner, or maybe himself here, because both those last 2 pitches have been in the dirt. But
I would hope himself.
Yeah.
The 2-1. There's smoked in right side, out of play. Foul ball down the right field line. And the count is even now 2-2.
Nick Casey here, good job for drawing a couple walks here so far for the Hawks, and see if the number 4 hitter here for West Elder can come up and get another one more cushion run here for Woolard, top of the 7th.
And the 2-2. On the way, grounded, left side. Shortstop has it, bobbles it. Casey going to get there. Another run will score. 8-4. Hawks.
Just a real tough bounce there on
the shortstop.
Hepner.
Hepner moving to short.
Yeah, Hepner took a real tough bounce on him there and kind of ate him up alive, and he had an opportunity to get him still, just couldn't get to the ball after it kind of hit off his chest.
So Harris scores the second run this inning, the 8th of the ball game. On the 5th error of the game by Vinton-Shellsburg. 1-0 the game. 1-0 the account here to Jared Voss, who came in for Hunter Zeeser. There is a strikeout or half at the knees, and we're even at 1-1 with 2 down.
Even Voss's official first at bat here as he came in as a pinch runner last inning for the Hawks.
In that 5th inning, when they scored 1 outside, throw down, runner going, and Casey will get in safe at second base. Another stolen base for him. That's his 3rd of the day. As Nick Casey, now 24 of 25 in the stolen base department, leads the second on the team in that category. 2-1 the count here to Jared Voss.
Hawks nearing on 160 stolen bases on the year, and that's a quick advantage for them.
Yes, ground ball right side. Voss, the freshman, retired on the first baseman unassisted ground out for round number 3. Hawks add 2 more runs, though. They take a 4-run lead, 8-4 into the 7th inning. Back after this from KMCH Sports. Slow roller, not able to get to it as the second baseman, Dunstan Werner, as the leadoff man, Brock Radicke, leads things off, getting on with the 7th of the ball game here for Vinton-Shellsburg. Top of the 7th, Hawks lead by 4, 8-4. They had 2 more runs at the bottom of their 6th inning on 2 hits, 1 more Viking error. They have 5 now in the game, and 1 runner left on base. 6 runners stranded. As there's a ground ball up the middle. Harris, a chance at it. He bobbles it. He's going to get 1 out as he couldn't get a clean handle and corral that ball. He could not have the chance at double play, but he didn't get the force out. Lead runner, and there is 1 away.
A good job by Harris there. Tried to hurry as quick as he could and tried to turn 2, but really good job of just getting 1 there, getting the lead runner, and 2 outs away here for the Hawks on first round victory.
Blake Bonesack stands in. He's 0 for 3. Bonesack, original starting pitcher in this game. Betterton came in for him. Last inning, throw over, getting back safe. 1 out here in this top of the 7th. 8-4 the lead for the Hawks. As there's a bouncer left side. Casey thought about second, but the runner was off and running already and gets the man at first on the 5-3 ground out. Ridenauer bounces one to Werner, and he gets some talking to from the first base dugout as he threw a low throw to Vincent Werner that time. There are 2 down, brings up Scott Betterton now.
No, give Logan Waller here some credit on the mound. really good job by him so far coming in after following Nick Casey. Good outing for Nick as well, outside of the little bit of rough there 5th inning. Logan done a good job coming here and get some outs for the Hawks.
That's Logan, the freshman, only his second appearance as he started 4 games, 30 innings pitched coming in, so eating up a couple innings here and closing the door on Vinton-Shellsburg, not allowing anything. Great outing here by the freshman with one more out to get, and a first-round victory that will send the Hawks to Monday night if they can hang on and come right back here to Olensack Field to take on the coach Denny Olensack Vikings of Decorah. And there's a strike for strike 1, 2-1 the countdown.
I think what I like most about Logan Ward on the mound is he's such different than Nick Casey. Nick kind of works center of the plate and over and try to overpower pitchers, and Logan does a really good job as a freshman working from the center of the plate to the outside.
Line to bounce it. O'Reilly has to go off his left kneecap. 1 run will score, but the runner Betterton will stay there. So the 2-out RBI single by Betterton scores Charlie Dudley. It's 8-5, 2 away. Hepner standing in now.
Right now, you get the sound, Logan.
So nothing hurt there. Hepner will stand in. He's 0 for 3 as well. Pop out, ground out, strike out his first time in the second. Off speed pitch, tails outside. 4 ball. 1-0 the count. One-0. Fouled left side. 1-0 the count now. Here to the number 4 batter, Axel Hepner. One look at the runner. Now the 1-1 pitch. This is a hard grounder left side. Harris backhanded stab at it. The throw. Got his man. 6-3 ground out. Hawks win. Hawks get the win here in Decorah. 8-5 victors as they improve their record to 25-10-1. Their road record 11-4-1, non-conference of 4-1 as they take down the Vikings of Vinton-Shellsburg. As Monday night, the Hawks will take on the Decorah Vikings. The Hawks, the number 8 team. The Vikings of Decorah, the number 10 team, as they end Vinton-Shellsburg's season at 13-23, non-conference of 5-3, and a road record of 7-11 against ranked teams. They now drop to 1-8 in 6 opponents. The Hawks, the 8th ranked team in Class 3A, as they get the victory. 8-5. A timeout. Post game starts next. We're back after this from KMC Sports. John Swisher back with you post-game here as the West Delaware Hawks victorious 8-5 winners over Vinton-Shellsburg in this first-round District 6 contest up in Decorah as the Hawks improve on with a record of 25-10-1. Joined now by the head coach of the Hawks, Nate Lars. His team gets the victory and a great start by your team, getting off to that 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. And then nothing happening until the 4th, and then they were able to strike back for 4 runs. But got to be happy with the way your team started this game, taking advantage of some defensive miscues and some walks there early on in that first inning, putting the pressure on the defense and getting off to a good start offensive-wise.
Yeah, obviously we did not swing the bats as well as we would have probably liked early on there, but we put some balls in play. He was a little erratic as far as in the strike zone, so we were able to put a few guys on, be aggressive when we had the chance, and push those first 3 across. That's a nice way to kind of take a breath in the postseason, start that, come up with a 3-0 lead, and kind of go from there.
As coming back and do a adversity there in that 5th inning, they were able to score 4 runs, but getting out of that after 8 batters faced Nick Casey there. Nice job by him of composing yourself when you give up an inning like that, when you have a couple errors, and things can go the other way. But getting out of it with the lead still intact, and I think that was a big point in that game of not letting them get the lead or at least tie the game up in that situation.
For sure, exactly what you said there. Is he was able to get out of that with the lead, which is huge in the postseason. If you can play with the lead, it makes it a lot easier defensively to kind of relax and just play the game. So to battle through that, obviously they tip your hat to them. They put a few balls in play, they put a few hits together and kept it going. They did a nice job there, but Nick was able to fight through it. He didn't have his best night tonight. I know he's probably not real happy, but he was able to pitch through 5 there and get us out of there with the lead, so we're happy with that.
And then Logan Walworth, the freshman, coming in, only 30 innings pitched coming in, and he did a nice job of containing Vinton-Shellsburg, only giving up that 1 run in the 7th. So great to have him come in and give you a solid outing.
Yeah, Logan's really come on here the last couple of weeks and pitched really well. He's been mostly a starter throughout the year, but he has had a couple of relief appearances, and we feel good going to him if we need to. I mean, he gives us a different look for sure than Nick, a little bit different wrinkle, so it worked out tonight.
Yes, indeed. As advancing on to Monday night, facing Decorah right back here. Our 3rd trip in 4 days it'll be to get used to this Olensack Field some more on Monday night, taking on Decorah, who had a big comeback win earlier in this day as they had defeated Independence 15-5 after getting down 5-0. You saw a good majority of that game earlier today, and we've seen the Vikings just a couple of weeks ago or so at home as winners over Decorah back on July 5th as 10-8 victors in that ball game. So Coach Olensack and company played them non-conference the last several years in a row.
Yeah, they're gonna be ready to prepared and ready to go. That's how they play. They're usually fundamentally pretty sound, and they've been swinging the bats really well. They've been putting up a lot of runs as of late. Evident the first game today, they put up whatever it was, 15 to kind of get out of there early. So we've got to be ready to go on the mound defensively for sure. And we've just got to play better all the way around. We're excited to move on, especially since we didn't play our best ball game. So it's great to be able to move on that next step, and that's kind of the name of the game right now, is just win in advance.
Yes, indeed. All right, congratulations to you and your team. We will see you here Monday night for 2nd round play against the Vikings. Congrats on the win here today. Thanks for your time as always.
Thanks a lot, guys.
You betcha. Nate Lahr, head coach of the West Delaware Hawks, as we will take a break, come back, and wind it down here from Decorah. Hawks get the win. 8-5 back at the desk from KMCH Sports. Back into Decorah as the West Delaware Hawks making the 74-mile jaunt back here on this Saturday afternoon, getting a victory this time, coming up empty-handed last night because of Mother Nature. They'll come back on Monday night after an 8-5 win today as they take down the Vinton-Shellsburg Vikings here this afternoon, a game that lasted 1 hour and 58 minutes as the Hawks improve their record to 25-10-1. They'll take on Decorah on Monday night, who defeated Independence 15-5. In 5 innings earlier today. Let's take a look at the totals in this one. For Vinton-Shellsburg, they scored 5 runs on 8 hits. 5 errors defensively for the Vikings. 5 runners left on. They struck out 10 times against Nick Casey and Logan Woolert, 6 swinging and 4 looking, and just 1 free pass, 1 walk in this game allowed by Hawks pitching. It came in that 4-run 5th inning by Nick Casey. As the Hawks, 8 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors, and 6 runners left on base as they struck out 3 times, 1 swinging and 3 looking, as 7 walks in this game allowed by Vinton-Shellsburg pitching. The Hawks get the victory 8-5, and we will be back here on Monday night for second-round play as a top 10 matchup in Class 3A according to the Iowa High School Baseball Coaches Association poll. Number 10 Decorah and the number 8 Hawks. So the Hawks able to get off to a good start offensively and then able to come back and add a few insurance runs. And we talked about it with Coach Law, or how big was that 5th inning, getting out of it when you did, giving up those 4 runs. But Nick Casey bared down, able to get out of it, facing his 8 batters in that 5th. And then the Hawks adding those runs, 1 in the 5th and 2 more in the 6th to get the 3-run lead, as Vinton-Shellsburg would add 1 in the top of the 7th. But it's a good team effort here by the Hawks this afternoon.
Yeah, really good job. We had some timely hits when we needed them. Hawks did a really good job today when they had base runners of manufacturing runs. Obviously not a great time at the plate for all the batters today, but when we got guys on, we stole some bases. A couple pass balls, we took advantage of their mistakes as well. So
as the Hawks improve on to another second round contest, they have not lost the first round game since July 13th of 2012 when they fell to the Butte Wahlert. So their 6th first round victory in a row in postseason play as they get the win 8-5 over Vinton-Shellsburg. We'll be back here on Monday night for West Delaware baseball as they take on the Decorah Vikings. Coming up tonight, as area baseball will not have any coverage for you live on KMCH. Try to keep you updated on our social media pages, though, as good luck to all those area teams competing tonight. Northland at home against Calumet-Wheatland, and they looking for their 4th district title in a row, their 3rd trip to state in the last 4 seasons, I should say. Good luck to Coach Griffin company there near Troy Mills tonight. Beckman hosting Comanche. They're trying to get back to another sub-state contest as Coach Martin and a company will host the Indians of Comanche at Jink Field, and the Cascade Cougars at American Legion Park will entertain the Huskies of Olwan. So best of luck to all those teams. Independence ended their season today. They fell to Decorah earlier, 15-5 in 5 innings. Western Dubuque with the win last night at Farley Park, 2-0 in that game that was delayed in the 4th inning. They came back and finished that one last night in Farley and able to get the 2-0 win over Bettendorf. They advance on Monday night back at Farley Park. They'll take on the Lions of Linmar. Matt Weiss, thank you again for your time and your insight here. And maybe we'll see you again Monday night right back up here in beautiful Wenatchee County. Why not make it 3 trips in 4 days here to Decorah?
Why not hit the Whippy Dip here on my way home tonight?
We should. Maybe the Sugar Bowl, too.
Yep. Hit the Mapes again on Monday and make the best of it up here in Decorah.
Pizza, Staples we talked about. We enjoyed that last night. Yeah, maybe we'll have to do that again on Monday night. That's going to do it. Hope you have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Saturday. Hawks get the 8-5 win. Thanks to in-studio producer Ashley Vick. Thanks to my partner Matt Weiss. John Swisher saying have a great Saturday night, everybody. Stay safe. So long from Decorah, Iowa.